YouTube? I'm NintendoMan64 bringing you another episode of Pokemon HeartGold. In the last episode, we left Mahogany Town and traveled through the Ice Path, only to arrive in Blackthorn City. And in this episode, we'll explore Blackthorn City, which is, quite frankly, one of the coolest looking of all the villages that we'll pass through. And look, it's Cameron the photographer, Cameron the cameraman. Let's take a picture with him, shall we? We haven't taken a picture in a while. Who gets screwed? Oh, Dratine is tall enough so that she doesn't get screwed, so it's okay. Good, good. We got a nice picture. You can see all the pictures on your PC. Isn't that just nifty? Alright, let's see what's going on in this house. Dragonair's cute, but I don't have it. Do you have a Dragonair that's a female? Want to trade her for my Dodrio? No. That's an insulting trade. If you wanted Pidgeot for Dodrio, I would do it. Oh, you're Espeon. It needs to work a little harder. If it does, I'll give your Pokemon something nice. Work a little harder? Bitch, don't you know how long he's been working? How about my Typhlosion? Oh, of course not. I don't remember what she gives you, but it's actually something pretty useful. Otherwise, it would be absolutely pointless to have. In this area, of course. Let's start by healing our Pokemon. Okay, there are a bunch of other things to explore here, one of which that I think is personally vital to our victory in this game. Because it gets to a point where Cut becomes no longer useful to us, as we get these berries from our mama, who likes to give us stuff by stealing our money. Our money. Okay, now that we got plenty of cash, let us start buying things. We got, let's buy some Great Balls. 5, to be exact. Buy a bunch of Hyper Potions, because we're going to start needing Hyper Potions more than stuff like the fresh waters. And while they'll always be useful, you must always be leery. 7 should be good for now. And we gotta get lots of full heals. Can't believe they still sell Super Potions. It's like ridiculous. It's like the biggest ripoff in the history of ripoffs. Alright, that'll be good for now. We won't have that much money to work with later on, but you know what? We got a gym here, so we'll be able to make lots of money. Okay, there's one last place I want to show you guys before we even consider going to the gym, and that's here. The Move Deleter and Move Tutor house. You can go inside this house and have moves deleted off of your Pokemon. Specifically HMs you don't want them to have anymore. We will be doing that immediately. This guy right here is the Move Deleter, who deletes moves for free. So you can get rid of all the HMs that are clogging space on your Pokemon. For example, I have no more use for Cut since I can give him Strength, which is pretty much even better than that, because it not only has better accuracy. Granted, Cut would be very useful in terms of having someone that can cut down the trees, but now we can teach him Strength, so he can use his Strength. And of course now we're going to let Dan Green forget Strength and replace Strength with Shadow Claw. I may end up reteaching him Strength. It depends on what moves I get and what TMs I have at the end of the game. It's a double-edged sword, really, most of the time. But now that we have Shadow Claw, we're going to teach that to our boy Dan Green, who will now utilize his Strength to its fullest potential. And of course, the TM for Strength, HM for Strength, we give to Spike so he can learn it. And now our team is pretty much invincible. You can talk to this guy, but I believe he needs Heart Scales to teach you moves that they either can remember, or some moves like in the case of Charizard, who can learn Heat Wave that they don't ordinarily learn. It'll cost you a Heart Scale, and Heart Scales you can get by smashing boulders everywhere with Rock Smash. There is this woman here, I believe, teaches you the powerful Dragon-type move called Draco Meteor, which is actually a pretty darn useful Dragon-type move. Only problem is it's got very low PP, and it, of course, devastates your special attack. So it's pretty much one of those one-hit wonder things. Unless you want to keep exchanging Pokemon in and out, in and out, in and out. And this guy will teach your starter Pokemon the powerful move it needs to learn. For example, the 3 moves that were the same in Fire Red and Leaf Green. Frenzy Plant, Hydro Cannon, and Blast Burn. I could teach Dan Green Blast Burn here, but I have no interest in doing that. I already have Lava Plume, so there's really no serious problem with any of that stuff. I believe there's a hidden item over here, but rather than waste everybody's time, and if there isn't, I'm gonna be pissed off, and I guess there isn't, so this whole thing was pointless. Thank you. Trainer tips: wild Pokemon will appear regularly if you don't run, but walk quietly in the tall grass. Wow, that's the 8th, we're at the 8th gym and you're just telling us this now? A clan of trainers who can freely command Dragon-type Pokemon lives right here in Blackthorn. As a result, there are many legends about dragons in this town. As you would guess, this is a Dragon-type gym. So, if you don't know what dragons are weak to, I highly suggest you go and figure it out. But I will tell you guys because I'm a nice guy. Dragons have 2 weaknesses to fellow Dragon types and Ice types. The Ice type really does not help you in this gym though, because I believe she only has 3. I believe the gym leader only has 3 Pokemon, or she may have 4. 2 of which are Dragonair, which are weak to Ice. The other 2 are not weak to Ice types, and are pretty much weak to either Dragon or Electric. But we'll be learning more about those Pokemon later. We're going to do a bit of battling down south of Blackthorn City before we go challenge a gym. I'll be doing that next episode. Hell, I may even do it this episode. I haven't seen how long this episode is yet. More instances of Dark Cave. Isn't that just dandy? In case you haven't seen enough of Dark Cave. So I just run around in one giant... Oh my god. You know what? I'm gonna be doing the gym... I'm gonna be doing the thing in another episode, so... I will be challenging the gym in this episode, so you guys are lucky. Those trainers called Dragon Tamers are all from Blackthorn City. Wow, I was already told that, but thank you. Welcome to Blackthorn City's gym, which is another maze gym. Isn't that just delightful? But these trainers use Dragon types, so your best bet is to use a Pokemon that can take out Dragon types. But not all of the Pokemon in this gym are Dragon types. There are Water types, Water Flying types, and stuff like that. I think there's even a Charmander or a Charizard in there. Let's listen to what this idiot has to say. Yo, champ in the making. The gym is unstable footing. Keep your Pokemon in their Pokeballs. Now, Clair uses the mythical and sacred Dragon-type Pokemon. You can't damage them very easily, but you know they're supposed to be weak against Ice-type moves. Unfortunately, we don't have a Pokemon that can learn Ice-type moves, so thank you for reminding me of the cold, merciless failure that is my life. Thank you, dude. Your usefulness knows serious bounds. We're gonna have to go between and heal stuff, and stuff in between, because, again, we don't have that many powerful Dragon-type moves yet. We gotta wait until Dragonair levels up in order for us to be good. Your first battle against dragons, I'll show you how tough they are. Dragons are actually pretty tough. They're immune to most, they're weak to most, they're strong against most types, including, fire, water, grass, electric. Your best bet at taking out these things is to utilize Dragon's weakness to Dragon or Ice. And Totodile learns Ice Fang, which is strong against dragons. But again, it's not that accurate, and it's not that strong because Totodile is a water type. But I digress. And Justina. Not leveling up at all, I see. But I think Twister's gonna do the job against these Dratini. You were once a Dratini, Dratina, but now you know you're better than them. Oh shit. Dragon Rush is something that Dratina should be learning soon. In the 4 levels, unfortunately. Dratina would be learning the move Dragon Rush, which is very powerful, but not that accurate. Until then, Dratina is pretty much open game to any of these other trainers. Okay, that's Seadra, that's good. We can tag in Chow Chow here. Chow Chow is much stronger against water type. And there is a water type in this gym that's part of the gym leader. But of course, we don't have to worry about that until a bit later because we got plenty of trainers here. We'll be getting lots of money off of this. Nice job, Chow Chow. Spike, he keeps getting there too. That's too bad. Okay, yeah, but we have pretty much a fair amount of problems with dealing with these things. So, your best bet is to hope to God your dragon type, whichever one it is, or whatever Pokemon you have, can get a move that's weak to them. I did not expect that Dratini to know Dragon Rush, so there's that. Let's give the protein to... let's give it to Spike. And Iron, we'll give to a Pokemon that has, like, no defense, and that would be Chow Chow. And the PP up, we're gonna save, because there's gonna be a good move we're gonna get at some point in this. Alright, and these are teleporters, so if your Pokemon are hurt or weak, you can just step on these and warp right back to the front. It's not that bad. The puzzle's not too challenging, it's just frustrating because it's obnoxious to go through. Dragons are sacred Pokemon. They are full of life energy. If you're not serious, you won't be able to beat them. They are pretty much telling you all you need to know about Dragon types, which is why they're one of my all-time favorite Pokemon types. Unfortunately, I bet this thing knows Dragon Rush, so... my best bet is to hope this thing doesn't use Dragon Rush. Of course it does, though. So, Dragon Rage should take it out. Spike. Dragon Arrow. Okay, this is where it's going to get interesting. So for now, we're just going to have to hope that our team can withstand the rush of Dragon-type Pokemon, because Dratina's not invincible. Dratina is not invincible. It's one of those difficult aspects, like I'm surprised none of my Pokemon can learn a move like Avalanche. I don't care how fast you think you are. Dragon Rage doesn't do that much anyway. That's why dragons were so, like, overrated in the first 2 generations, because they only added, like, little moves each time. Like, in the first gen, it was only Dragon Rage, and then they added Dragon Breath, Outrage, and what was the other move they learned? Twister. And Gen 3, they started adding better moves. They added Dragon Claw, they added, frig, I can't even think. They added Dragon Claw, they added they didn't add Dragon Rush yet. There was another move that I thought they added in that type, but I guess not. Well, we'll find out in, when we play the next Pokemon game, which is likely going to be, the Ruby Sapphire generation. So, yeah, that happened. But that's not for a little while, because I want to do another game before we do Pokemon, because Pokemon is very predictable as of this moment. It's not as if we all use Dragon-type Pokemon. It's more than that. We're interested in strong Pokemon. That's my theme. And dragons are merciless. The only game I don't know if I'm going to use the dragons... The only 2 games I don't know I'm going to use Dragon-types in are... I was going to say HeartGold. No, whichever one of Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum I play, and whichever one of Black and White I choose to play. It's not as if they're bad Pokemon. I just don't know the dragons in those games that well. I know the Gibble, Gabite, Garchomp guys in that game. I know Axew or something, if that's what it's called. I'm not sure. Not a big fan of Gen 5. I've never even played a game in Gen 5. That's why I'm so scared to play Gen 6, because I have no idea what's gonna happen. Like, what changed in those games? I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I don't like change. And we're actually doing pretty well for ourselves as of this moment. But we've got more trainers to deal with. I think after these last two we can go right to Clair, but I don't know. I've been training hard with Clair. There's no way I can lose. I'm sure I can prove you wrong. Seadra, I actually had serious desire in using in this game, because Seadra can learn a lot of good Dragon-type moves. Like Dragon Dance, Dragon Rush. I don't think I'll learn Dragon Rush, but it can learn Dragon Pulse and stuff like that. I really wanted to use it, but there are just so many other water types in the game, and I would have to wait till we would get Twister to be able to even look for one. Because it's in that area where all the, not Twister, Whirlpool. Because it's in that area with all the Whirlpools by, Chianwood City. So, yeah, it's like, you have to wait that long into the game, and at that point, you could already get Poliwag, you could get Chow Chow, you could get all these awesome Pokemon at that point already. So it's kind of irrelevant to have a guy like that on your team. My chance of losing, not even 1%. Well, you're tough, I'll give you that, but please note that I've got 6 Pokemon, you've only got 1, and it's a Dragonair, which is good. Very good, actually. But, unfortunately for you, it's also very weak to Dragon-type moves. And you're only going to use Dragon Rage, for some weird reason. You realize Twister is doing even more damage to you, and it can make you flinch. Spike? Aw. That's odd. That's odd, you just suck, dude. But it's okay. You don't have to be ashamed. Okay, for the first, Pokemon, I'm not going to use Dratini against them. The only Pokemon I will consider using Dratini against is her cream of the crop Pokemon, because that Pokemon is not going to go down easily. Item, give, no. Item, take, item, give. I would love for Dratini to get the experience points necessary. So she may not even get some experience against this gym, because that's how worried I am about this gym a lot of the time. Because you never know what these things are going to be capable of. And I'm pretty sure all of Clair's Pokemon have this insanely powerful Dragon-type move called Dragon Rush. Oh, crap. Not Dragon Rush. Dragon Pulse, which is the TM you get from her if you beat her. It's an extremely powerful type. But luckily, we haven't had to heal nearly as much as I thought we would. So I think my team is built pretty well. The only issue we have, I don't have to use anything. The only real issue we have is we're not that good against ice types. We may not be that good against the dragon types, and I'm pretty sure these Pokemon will know ice type moves, they'll know dragon type moves and stuff like that. But we have Aether, and Aether's pretty much invincible at this point from what she's proven. We got lots of Pokemon we can use, actually. The only move she'll be able to use against Chow Chow is water type, dragon type moves, so we should be good. Alright, let's challenge Clair. I am Clair, the world's best Dragon-type master. I'm gonna call bullshit on that. I just teamed up with Lance a couple episodes back. I think he's better. I can hold my own against even the Pokemon League's Elite Four. Do you still want to take me on? Fine, let's do this. As a gym leader, I will use my full power against any opponent. Clair is one of the toughest gym leaders in this game. She will have 4 Pokemon. First, she will start out with a Gyarados. As you would expect, since it's supposed to be a water dragon type, but it's a water flying type. Since it is a water flying type, we will take advantage of its weaknesses to electric. And she'll use the Hyper Potion, that's fine. I'm probably going to be using a Revive anyway. Of course. Of course you flinch when we had the perfect opportunity to confuse this damn thing. Oh, whatever. And, oh wow, Dragon Pulse is doing nothing. Your special defense is over the top. Chow Chow. Bark. And bite. Alright, just to be on the safe side, let's use another Hyper Potion. And Dragon Rage does a fair amount of damage, but I'm not worried in the slightest. Tina takes out Gyarados, and we get our first Dragonair. These Dragonairs are not going to be easy, from what I remember. At least one of them always gives me a problem. I'm not sure which one, though. And that should kill me. Yeah, I figured as much. Okay, Aether, you're up. Psybeam should deal with these things. And that should paralyze it, which is good. Unfortunately, it probably knows Shed Skin, so... And Dragon Pulse does a fair amount of damage, but Psybeam still kicks ass. And Aether's just over the top powerful right now. Alright, Kingdra is her most powerful Pokemon, an evolved form of Seadra, one of my personal all-time favorite Pokemon to use. Unfortunately, since I'm doing these LPs the way I am doing them, it is going to be impossible to use Kingdra because I don't have anyone to trade with, and Emulators is almost impossible to trade with anyway. I don't know. Maybe there's a way and I'm just, like, not getting it, but... I don't know, guys. Alright, Confuse Ray will confuse it. I've become more strategical over my time with Pokemon because you really have to in some cases. Okay. Now Electric won't do much damage against her, but there's a chance we can paralyze her. Now it's unlikely, but it's still worth the opportunity, worth the shot. And since Kingdra just keeps getting stronger with her attack, we'll just have to keep the strategy. Oh, damn it. Oh, that's not good, people. That's not good. Alright, Pidgeot. Alright, Feather Dance. Just drastically lower its attack. And Marahute, you're a sacrificial lamb here. Because I really need to reload my team here. And I get that Kingdra's not the best physical attacker, but I'm pretty sure she has one physical attack on her. All we've seen her use is Hydro Pump and Dragon Pulse, so eventually she'll have to run out of PP for both of those. Let's use a Max Potion, since we're never going to use one anyway. Confuse Ray. See if she'll live. Yes, she will! Nice job, Chow Chow. No. Kingdra is the biggest challenge in this game. She is not easy to take out. Luckily, we'll get a couple of shots in with her using... Oh, come on! And she has Citrus Berry. And... keep hoping. Nope, of course not. Okay, Hyper Potion. This is pretty much going to be the fight the rest of the way, so... Oh, God, Hyper Beam. Oh, well, that's convenient. Chow Chow, I have complete and utter love and respect for you. You are a freaking tank. Alright, so let's... Oh my God, really? Ha, there we go. It's about time. Okay. Now that she's gonna be awake again, let's use one of them fresh waters. And hurt itself in its confusion. Awesome. Spark should finish the job. Oh, the hurt and the confusion did it. Awesome. Okay, Chow Chow. Nice friggin' job. You are amazing. Chow Chow wants to learn the move Signal Beam. This is the move you're supposed to learn, which is important. It's a bug-type move, so it may not be that good, but it's certainly better than Bubble Beam, which I only taught it to it because this Chow Chow is more of a special attacker than a physical attacker, which is pretty much why I'm teaching it Signal Beam. And Signal Beam may do wonders against Dragonair. One Pokemon left. This is where the real battle begins. Okay, and Spark won't do that much, but yes! Alright, this is looking good for us, guys. Kingdra was the biggest challenge. This, oh baby, tried to use Thunder Wave. Come on, use another Thunder Wave on us. Come on, you know you want to. You're kidding, right? I'm supposed to win. Bitch, please. Bitch, please. Why do you think I picked Chow Chow? Okay. Now this could be problematic because now it's fast again. But ha 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 ha! Sucker! Ah, frig. Oh well. Keep using Signal Beam. This might. Oh, you bitch! Why didn't you use it against Kingdra? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you not use that on Kingdra? That's really confusing now. You had a full restore this entire time, yet you wouldn't use it on Kingdra? Ugh, whatever. I'm done trying to spray logic into this thing. It gets to the point where it's like, you know what, just whatever. Signal Beam, hurt itself in its confusion, and we win! We defeated Clair. I lost? I don't believe it. There must be some mistake. Thank you, Clair. I won't concede this. I might have lost, but you're still not ready for the Pokemon League. I know, you should take the Dragon Master Challenge. Behind this gym is a place called Dragon's Den. There is a small shrine that's at its heart. Go there. If you can prove that you've lost your lazy ideals, I'll admit you are a trainer worthy... You bitch! I kick your ass and you say I'm not worthy? You're just a whiny crybaby. That's what you are, Clair. Whiny little bitch. Come on, guys. We don't need this nonsense. Okay, let's go heal our guys. And I will bring us to the front of the Dragon's Den. So I'll be right back. Okay, guys. In order to pass through the Dragon's Den, I remember you need a Pokemon that knows Whirlpool. So I brought out Mushu here, who will be able to assist us in those regards. I replaced Marahute, who is in the Pokemon PC for now. Because as useful as she is, she doesn't have much usefulness against Dragon-type trainers. And there are still plenty of them here. So we are going to bring you to the entrance of the Dragon's Den and then call it an episode. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm NintendoMan64. Join me next time where we go into the Dragon's Den, take out a bunch of trainers, and prove ourselves worthy to that whiny crybaby bitch Clair. I'm signing out though, so sayonara!